Hello all Gotham fans, my name is Bible Talks and I'm back today with another Jerome Valeska video. Yes, it is that time of week where we sit down and discuss the latest with Jerome's return to Gotham, and in this case the synopsis for episode 14 entitled The Gentle Art of Making Enemies has been released. Okay guys, so whilst I was actually editing this video, in addition to the synopsis there's also been a photo release. So after I talk about the synopsis, I'll then talk about this photo because they do have very close relations together. And don't forget that episode 14 is actually the last episode of the Jerome 3-story episode arc. Now, before I get into this, and I don't actually normally warn this enough, this will be spoilery because this does give the synopsis, which is basically the description of the episode, so just be aware that it's not going to be like full-blown spoilery, but it will give you an insight into episode 14, which is, you know, obviously past episode 12 and 13, which are also Jerome story episodes as well. So before I get into this video, guys, be sure to hit that like button if you do enjoy it, as I really appreciate every single like and it really helps me out. And it would be absolutely awesome and really help me out if you share this on Twitter and Facebook and all social media. Just click that share button or copy and paste the link somewhere. So the motto, like the way they'll probably advertise this episode, is actually also labelled as well, and it says, "Turn that frown upside down on the all-new winter finale of Gotham, Monday, January the 30th on Fox." So this episode is obviously episode 14, as I've said. It won't air till obviously all the way at the end of January on the 30th because, you know, it's only coming back in a few days' time on January the 16th for the first episode of the 3-episode story arc. So anyway, let's get on with the synopsis of the episode. With Jerome, guest star Cameron Monaghan, on the loose with one target in mind, Bruce and Alfred's safety is compromised. Meanwhile, Gordon's uncle Frank, guest star James Remar, pays him a visit. Enigma and Penguin are forced to confront their issues face to face, with possible deadly consequences in the all-new Mad City, The Gentle Art of Making Enemies winter finale episode of Gotham, airing Monday, January the 30th. So we can actually learn quite a large amount from the synopsis, and this is because Jerome is running around. So for all of you who are just wondering, you know, when he gets revived and so on and so forth, it definitely isn't going to happen in episode 12. I also don't think we're going to see him run around in episode 13 as well, since it does say in episode 13 synopsis that Dwight is still attempting to revive him. So I think towards the end of the episode, or at the very end of episode 13, he will get revived then. And then in episode 14, which is the one we're talking about right now, it does say that Jerome, on the loose with one target in mind, Bruce and Alfred's safety is compromised. Now, the thing I want to talk about here, apart from what I just mentioned, is that it says Bruce and Alfred's safety is compromised. For some reason, as a result of Jerome going after this one target, which is a mystery, Bruce and Alfred's safety is compromised as a result of this. So I'm not sure really how to feel about this because, I mean, I'm 100% for Gotham doing its own thing. You know, at first everyone was a bit iffy with them sort of introducing this sort of early Joker character, which is Jerome, but you know, he all stole our hearts and stole us with his performance. But preferably with them introducing like an early version of the Joker, I'd rather him stay away from Bruce as much as he can until, you know, the cape is on Bruce himself. So with reading the synopsis that, you know, Jerome is on the loose with one target in mind, and as a result, you know, Bruce and Alfred's safety is compromised, I'm kind of a bit concerned as to what this has got to do with Bruce and Alfred and why they're, you know, involved with Jerome being on the loose with this target. Now, there are a few possibilities as to why Bruce and Alfred's safety is compromised, and there's also a huge question as to who this one target is whose Jerome is after now he's revived and on the loose. So if we take into account that Jerome isn't revived in episode 13, maybe right at the end, and he wakes up and, you know, as a result in episode 14 it says that he's on the loose with one target in mind, does this mean that he's coming back with some form of memories intact, or not at all? But the question is, who is this one target and why is he after this one target? There's only one or two possible reasons I could think of Jerome, you know, being revived and instantly on the loose wanting to hunt down this target is the person who stole his face. I mean, why else would Jerome wake up and just be like, right, I'm going after this guy, you know, nobody get in my way, I'm going after this guy. Even if he doesn't remember the past, he's going to wake up with no face on, so he's going to think, well, you know, why the hell is this happened? I mean, I can't really imagine Bruce and Alfred harboring the person who stole Jerome's face. I think it's fairly obvious that Jerome is on the loose, you know, with one target in mind, and that person is the person who stole his face, and then he gets it back. But I want you guys to let me know in the comments below, why is Bruce and Alfred's safety compromised as a result of this person Jerome is hunting down? So as I said earlier, whilst I was actually editing this video, I got tweeted this picture from Ruben Lewis, thank you very much, and actually shows Bruce and Alfred with Jerome and his cult, and things do not look good at all. This has made me really hyped. As I've been mentioning throughout this video, what is the link between Bruce and Alfred and why is their safety compromised as a result of the person Jerome is after? And as you see, Jerome and his cult have actually arrived, and this is the reason why their safety is compromised. I I mean, we don't know the exact reason why, but here you can see Jerome peeping behind Bruce's shoulder right in the background with his ginger hair and his face attached. You can see the like marks around his face, and it looks like Bruce is definitely looking at something or is just turning his back to Jerome. I'd love to hear your theories as to what the hell is going on here in the comments below, guys, as this is really exciting. As I said, I did find out about this picture as I was editing this video, but there's not really too much more I can say about this apart from the speculation as to why Jerome is actually in contact with Bruce and Alfred and what he wants with them. So this is more of a sharing news plus expansion on what I've already said in this video with the speculation of Jerome, you know, contacting Bruce and Alfred. So let me know your thoughts as to what is going on in this picture. Now, an interesting thing to note, the last thing Jerome, you know, ever did in his life before he got stabbed by Theo Gallivan is that he did have Bruce hostage. If you remember when him and Barbara were doing that magic show and then Theo eventually stabbed him in the neck. Maybe the reason Bruce and Alfred's safety is compromised is because, you know, he thinks they might know something about it since they were the last people he was kind of in contact with before he did get stabbed in the neck and died. This is the only logical explanation for me because there is no, you know, other reason why Jerome would have beef with Bruce and Alfred apart from slightly remembering maybe that, oh, the last people I was interacting with in that magic show was Bruce and Alfred, so maybe because I've woken up with my face off, they might know something about it. Either way, Jerome is on the loose. Let me know who you think this one target is that he has in mind, and is it the person who stole his face? And number two, let me know why you think Bruce and Alfred's safety is compromised. Now, I'm not taking this as absolute gospel, really. If you pay attention to the cast at the bottom of the screen here, you can see that it does have Dr. Lee Tompkins as, you know, still being in the episode. That's assuming that this cast is the list for this episode, which it probably is. And it also has people like Barnes as well as the Mad Hatter, and we did get teasers of Barnes in the Jerome Returns trailer, I believe, for a split second. So what we can learn from this is that Dr. Lee Tompkins is still alive and that Jerome hasn't killed her yet as soon as he woke up from the table. I mention this because a lot of people thought that Lee would die when Jerome woke up, you know, from being reanimated, but it seems that she is still cast for this episode, so there's nothing to worry about there. But that is all there really is to talk about this episode, guys. Just remember that a synopsis is a brief description of the episode. It's not going to mention all of it, so there are a lot of things in this episode that we have absolutely no idea that are coming. Don't forget that we saw the, you know, the pictures with Jerome on the loose, with, you know, with the carnival in the background, so we've got all things like that are kind of mysteries still. But either way, don't forget to answer those questions I had about who do you think Jerome is after and why do you think Alfred and Bruce's safety is compromised because of the person who Jerome is after. Don't forget to like and share this video with your friends, guys, on Twitter and Facebook, wherever you can, to help spread this video to all Gotham fans out there. And if you aren't subscribed to this channel already, maybe even consider subscribing to stay up to date with all Gotham related news. Thank you all so much for your support, everyone. The Gotham community is absolutely fantastic. These videos are always received really well. Keep up the amazing work and keep spreading that Gotham love. Don't forget, everyone, that we are just 4 days from Gotham returning. It returns on January the 16th if you are still not aware of that. Keep an eye out for my video and breakdown on that episode for when it comes out. So you can do that by clicking on the bell button to enable alerts for this channel for whenever I upload a video. Apart from that, everyone, I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.